I was recently talking in a comment section. This is Curious, you know me. Okay, hi. And the thing is that I have an idea that I just came up with. Actually, I came up with it some months ago in another comment section. But basically, I was just thinking about abortion and birth control and some of the issues with birth control, like supposedly how it messes up women or something. I don't really have that off the cuff to say, but I heard there were negative effects. So what I was trying to get at was that what if we just had a one-child birth policy, but after the child was born, it was the woman was required to have her tubes tied and not have them untied. And I can see right now how dystopian that could be, and pretty much how I'm talking about alternative universe science fiction, because people's heads have just hit the roof on this. But I was thinking about it, and even if I am what some people have described having a real dirt moment, I can't see the flaws. Well, okay. Oh, and no birth control. Now, of course, there will be abortions and birth controls in medical emergencies. But for the most part, gone. One child, no birth control, no abortions. Well, how would this work, you say? Well, how it would work is that when you have a child, and let's just say that this has already been going on a while and you had your child young. Well, when you have a child and they get 13 or 14, they're going to fool around, and eventually the girl's going to get herself knocked up. Well, you could actually have parents who kind of like groom people, like arranged marriages, except this is your little playmate, and freaking parents could be freaking setting people up to get the grandchildren they want, because after a woman has a kid and she gets her tubes tied, then you never have to worry about freaking abortion or birth control ever again. So it becomes a moot point. And it won't have population of 10, 12, 15 kid families because there'll only be one kid. So it sounds crazy and really counterintuitive to a woman's right. Well, it's a complete opposite of a woman's right of choice. But in a way, it checks all the boxes. It solves all the problems. Every one of them. And given that it's a simple choice, it's a better one, I think. Because what will happen is, it's like what happens a lot of times with teenage pregnancies, is that the parents will end up raising it. So you see, instead of having where a child, a teen mother, struggling with a child, grandparents raise the child. And then she goes off and she either parties her friggin' teens to early 20s before she goes to college, before she freaking gets a good job. And then when her child at 13 or 15 has a child, then she takes care of that child, and her child goes Springer out into the wild. You know, that's the Dutch thing, or the Quaker thing, Springer, where they go out and they let the youngings go wild for a while. Then they decide whether they want to be out in the world or come back. Well, it wouldn't have to be a go out or come back thing, but, you know, it would be frigging, you know, there's the wild times. You know, because there would be no abortion. There would be no frigging birth control. So, only choice a woman would really have to hold off from not having a child, and this is probably what makes women mad on this, is that they got to keep their legs closed. You know, and that is limiting to the sexual freedoms. But why not just have a kid, a teenager, hand it off to the friggin' parents and have friggin' 10 or 15 years of wild blast fun before you gotta get serious about life? I think that would be a better model of society. And it would solve the question of frigging overpopulation, birth control, and frigging abortion. No more of those questions. Ever. Just frigging Springer, and boom. All the problems are solved. Easy peasy. Now, what kind of issues could come up with that? I can't even begin to imagine. But why not? I think the world that we live in could use alternative ideas and ways and things to develop from now, at least on a trial period. You know, like polygamy or other things, or shared households, or a lot of different ways of things. In any case, that was my point about one child, pro-life, no birth control society. Now, I got a whole bunch of fun in the comment sections, including people going, "Are you fucking serious?" So, comment below. Let me know what a wonderful idea I have. Isn't it just peachy? I look forward to a lively debate down below.